All right, so if you go to the digital video thing, guys, right up top here you'll see Celtx. All right, ladies, please. It is spelled C-E-L-T-X, Celtx. Okay, it's not necessarily spelled like you might expect. This is freeware. You can download it at home for free. It is excellent. I've had students who come in and say, well, my parents weren't sure about downloading it because they don't want spyware on their computer and stuff like that. No, it doesn't do that. Okay, it's a great program. There are paid things. They're like paid expansion packs that you can buy for it that people have created, but the base software that helps you write the script is free. And the other thing that's really kind of cool is it has these sample projects. So a play, The Importance of Being Earnest, or The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and you can double click on them and you can kind of see what it might look like. This has everything: storyboards, okay, production schedule, and screenplay. And the screenplay is what's important for us, and you can kind of see how it's all in a certain format. But this is neat. I mean, when you think about it, here's the novel, Wonderful Wizard of Oz. You can literally read it from start to finish, and then you can go and see what the screenplay looks like, and then you can go and see a production schedule that they created, and then you can see the storyboard, which is really cool. Okay, so Celtx really does just a ton of stuff. I love this program. I mean, honestly, for the fact that it's free, what you can do with this program as far as planning a project is astounding. You know, not that I want them to make it cost money, but I can't believe that it's not $100 or even $50 because it's great. So we're going to start with a new project here. So to start with a new project, we're going to create a film. Okay, and we're just going to start with a scene, and we're just going to start with a scene heading. So, you know. The scene heading is basically just what you see in front of you on those examples. It kind of gives you a sense of stuff. You can change what you're about to type from here: action, character, dialogue, okay, transitions, parentheticals, shots, text, whatever, okay? So scene heading is kind of like where we are. So let's say we're in the interior, so INT. You'll notice that it's all caps. I'm not typing in all caps. Caps lock is not on my keyboard. I'm not even holding the shift key down. It's just doing it already. Interior, let's see, house in the city of Rochester. Oops, I can't type. Now I hit return. It's going to automatically think the next thing that I'm going to add is an action. Now, maybe it's not. Maybe it's going to be a character or something like that. But, you know, maybe not. So we can say, you know, we can start with like a, yeah, we'll just do this. So we'll just do we see an empty living room. I'm making this up as I go along, guys. We hear in the next room, kitchen, that somebody is making breakfast. Okay, now, cut to kitchen, and we see a man from behind as he is standing in front of the sink. There we go, washing dishes. Do you see how this is? Okay, and then a woman enters. Now, who's the woman? You know, we don't know yet, but it's important to kind of think about this. You know, you could easily say the man's mom walks into the room. But how do we know that it's his mother? We don't know that, right? How do we know it's his mother? This is really, really important. In your script, you can't write it the way you're thinking it in your head. You have to understand that the people who are reading this or watching this don't know what's in your head. So I say, a woman walks into the room, Okay? What about the time of day in the scene? Right, yeah, so interior houses, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Early morning. We might not even know. You know, and that's the thing, like, how do we know it's early morning? Maybe the sun is rising up over the horizon. Maybe we don't give a time at all, okay? But we can give clues to that in the dialogue, too. So a woman walks into the kitchen, okay, and then I'll just go here, and then I'll go, boom, character, woman, okay? And then now it's dialogue. She says, good morning, man. Good morning, Mom. Now, we know who she is. Do you see what I mean? Because I've given you the information. You don't she's not going to walk in with a sign on her shirt that says, hello, my name is Mom. Right? You can't do that. And you're not going to do a freeze frame and put the text in the bottom, Mother. Okay? That's just dumb. You need to work it into the story somehow. Now, you don't even have to make it this black and white. She can come in and she can say, good morning, do you have your lunch ready, honey? Or something like that. And then you can, yeah, thanks, Mom. Or, you see what I mean? Like, you can make it as casual as you want, but you need to give your audience hints as to what's going on and who people are. Because you can't just stick labels on their faces. You can't write in a Sharpie marker, Mom, on her forehead, okay? I mean, that doesn't work. Because then what you're doing is, A, you would be taking the cheap way out, but B, you're not allowing the story to just kind of grow itself. Do you see? This is what you got to do. You have to think this way. So now the other thing is, here I've called her woman and man. So maybe what I need to do is be very specific. Well, let's put it this way. A lot of times students will do this. Guy 1 and Guy 2. That gets really confusing. Give them names. Bob and Billy Bob. Or John and Jeff. I don't care. Even if you're never going to use their names in the whole thing, you always give them a name. So now in this script, the way I've written it here, what I would do is maybe I would say, good morning, Darren. Whoops. Okay? And then good morning. And then here we now know that the guy's name is Darren. Okay? Good morning, Mom. And so now Mom, so I change it. I don't call her woman anymore. I call her Mom. Whoops. I hit tab. So character Mom, did you get your lunch ready? Yeah, I hit return. And it actually will automatically change the what it's doing up here. If I hit the tab key, it will change again, okay? Or I can go up here and select. So there's basically 3 ways to do it, okay? But that's what's so cool is it kind of has there's a programming behind it where it has a sense of what's happening next, and it might be wrong. So maybe, so maybe here I go, did you get your lunch ready? Return. Now it goes back to character, but maybe I don't want an action. So then I say, Darren walks over to the refrigerator. Did I spell refrigerator? No, I did not. Refrigerator. Oh, it's still not right. Oh, stop. You can also you should be able to do spelling. I wanted to show you that. Where is the spelling? Oh, check spelling under the tools. No, I know, it'll do that, but I'm showing you, okay? Yes, I did not misspell it on purpose, but I wanted to show you how you can check spelling now that I've got it wrong. So you can okay, it doesn't know what Rochester is. That's interesting. Oh, it's telling me that I didn't capitalize it, which I didn't think I had to because it was in the scene heading, but okay, replace it. Darren, okay, now I've got refrigerator. So it'll help you do the spelling, which is kind of cool, all right, later. So Darren walks to the refrigerator, grabs a brown paper bag out of it, and holds it up for his mother to see. Boom. Now I go hit the tab key, go back to character. Darren. And then return, and he says, yeah, I just finished it. See? Okay? Now I'm building a script. And notice it, and very importantly, I wrote, he walks over to the refrigerator and grabs it and holds it up so that we can see he's got a lunch. Okay, remember, not just writing a script here, you're also dealing with a visual medium. You also need to be describing the actions that are happening inside the movie. This is not just dialogue. For some of you, you don't have dialogue. That'll be easier to remember than for others of you. The script is not just about dialogue. You should be able to hand this thing to every person on your crew, in quotes, okay? And they should know exactly where they need to go and what they need to say and what they're feeling. So right now I haven't written a lot about emotion, but this isn't really an emotional or an intense scene. You know, if this was a scene where somebody had just gotten hurt or they're having an argument or a fight, you know, I could build tension into this scene. What I could do is do something like, you know, put in a here like Darren speaks to his mother rather stiffly. They're still fighting over the fact that he how about creased the fender of the car last night. Okay, I know I spelled the. I always do that too. Always. Okay, so there I've got, and I can separate it a little bit. So there you can add in a little parenthetical that's basically explaining a little bit. And so now Darren, the actor, understands that he's not supposed to go, "Oh, good morning, Mom." He's supposed to be like, "Good morning, Mom." Like he's mad at her. She's still mad at him. So, you know, maybe I should say, you know, that she's being terse or tense or short in the way she's speaking to him. Do you get the idea here? These are directions. Do you remember that old assignment you used to do when you were a kid? Well, maybe you didn't do it, but in elementary school they made you write directions on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Did anybody do that? No? They don't? Okay. One person? Two people? That's actually a really good assignment because you have to think about it because it's like, you know, and I always got so mad because I would say like, "Well, spread the peanut butter on the bread," and the teacher would be like, "With my finger?" You know, because I would always forget to say, "Go get a knife, bring that," because you know, to me that's assumed. Of course, you're going to use a knife to spread the peanut butter. What else would you use? But at the same time, when it comes to something like this, you have to be as descriptive as you possibly can because you're giving instructions to people about things that are not tangible, emotions and actions that you can't necessarily just assume that they're going to understand. And the more descriptions you give, not only the better your actors are going to do in your film, and not only is the better your film going to be, but the better people are going to understand what you were trying to say with the movie, what story you're trying to give. There's nothing more frustrating than working for 3 hours on something. When you're done editing it, it's going to be about that much, right? And then you show it, and then somebody just sits there and goes, "I don't get it." I hate that. But the thing is, here's the thing, guys. It's not because they're stupid. It's because you didn't communicate it right. They may be stupid, but still, you didn't communicate it right, okay? And that's really where the responsibility lies, and it starts right here. So do we know what we're doing for tomorrow? This is your homework for tonight. Okay. I'll post this video on the web in case you do decide to download Celtx, and hopefully it will help you. And it shouldn't be that complicated.